Cherries pack an impressive nutritional punch in their small size. They're loaded with anthocyanins, the pigments responsible for their deep red color, which have demonstrated anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Cherries also contain melatonin, potentially aiding sleep, plus vitamin C and various polyphenol. Tart cherries in particular have been studied for their effects on exercise recovery and inflammation reduction. But cherry cultivation faces intense pest pressure that drives heavy insecticide use. The spotted-winged Drosophila, an invasive fruit fly, has become a major challenge for cherry growers in recent years. This pest lays eggs in ripening fruit, and the larvae develop inside the cherries, making them unmarketable. The brief window when cherries are susceptible means growers must time insecticide applications precisely and often repeatedly. Cherry fruit flies present additional challenges, particularly for sweet cherries. The combination of these pest pressures means conventional cherry orchards typically receive multiple insecticide applications during the critical weeks before harvest. The small size and delicate nature of cherries make thorough washing difficult. You can't scrub them vigorously without damaging the fruit, and their surface has small crevices where residues can lodge. Imported cherries raise particular concerns. During North American winter, fresh cherries available in stores typically come from Chile or other Southern Hemisphere sources. These may contain pesticide residues from chemicals that are restricted or less regulated in those regions. The long transport time also means potential post-harvest treatments to maintain quality. The high cost of fresh cherries makes the organic premium particularly significant for consumers. Organic cherries often cost double or more compared to conventional, making them a luxury purchase for many families. This creates a genuine access issue where the safest option is economically out of reach for many consumers who would benefit most from the nutritional value. Frozen cherries present an interesting alternative. Commercially frozen cherries, particularly tart cherries, may have lower pesticide residues if proper washing and processing protocols were followed. The freezing process itself doesn't reduce pesticides, but commercial processing often includes water baths that can remove surface residues. Additionally, frozen cherries are typically processed shortly after harvest rather than being stored and transported, potentially meaning fewer post-harvest treatments. The distinction between sweet and tart cherry varieties matters too. Tart cherries, often sold frozen or dried for baking, face somewhat different pest pressures than sweet table cherries. Neither is pesticide-free in conventional production, but the chemical profiles may differ. For practical guidance, consider this approach. During the brief domestic cherry season, typically June and July in most regions, prioritize organic sweet cherries if you can afford them. For tart cherries used in cooking or baking, frozen organic versions purchased when on sale provide good value. The cooking process doesn't eliminate pesticides, but may reduce some surface residues. If conventional cherries are your only option, limiting portion sizes and consumption frequency makes sense, particularly for children. The concentration of nutrients in cherries means you don't need large quantities to get benefits. A handful provides significant anthocyanins. And remember that cherries are somewhat unique in their polyphenol profile, but many of their general antioxidant benefits can be obtained from other berries that may be more accessible in organic forms or at lower contamination risk.